Yet again, they're going to split it off. Happy with NBK are heading over toward B, but NIP don't even care. They're not even going to pay attention to Banana. They just want to walk up mid, try and take it with force. Decoys out to get things started, but Kiyoshima's trying to stop them with just 2 bullets fired from that USP. Meanwhile, Alu's already found Smiths, but look at NBK still inside Banana. That's Forrest down. That's crucial because Forrest on a pistol round for NIP is always the man to watch, and that bodes well right now for Team EnVyUs.
And here we go, we can see Kiyoshima's ready for that re-rotate coming in from NIP as they make their way back over towards the A side of things. It's a 4v4 currently, and Kiyoshima's just slowly falling back until there's nowhere left to go. He's up on the A site now and giving NIP lots of position, allowing his teammates to come in and sandwich. Look, they're going to get a compress from both sides here, so we have that flank coming in for the B players, and Kiyoshima's still staying alive in the pit, trying to see what he can get done, and NBK coming in with a CZ2, huge frags in a row, making it a hat trick for him. 2 versus 1 now, as Get Right is in a very, very hard predicament here. Now, Kiyoshima on one side, over by Pip toying with him, and he's got Happy on the other. 30 seconds to play with. Can Get Right get that perfect angle? That one moment for that 1v1.
Only going to take 2 bullets if he does it right, because he's got them low enough, although he's even lower. So Kiyoshima takes him down, and that means they couldn't get it, and he couldn't even get the bomb going because they were just watching the site. If as soon as he went for the plant, they were going to jump on him. He had to win the fights. Interestingly enough, they actually got the early pick, which meant that they fell back off of A, and as soon as they did, MBK shut them down, and then they went back over to A, so they seesawed. I don't even know if it was indecision or as much of a set play, just trying to open up space for them, but it definitely didn't work, and EnVyUs was right there at A as soon as they came in.
I just loved how Kiyoshima just fell back and kept himself alive in the pit the entire round, only getting 1 frag. Despite the fact that he only got 1 frag, he actually had a huge impact on that defense there from EnVyUs, so well done to them. We're going to see Shoxy working the mag now in apartments. He's going to be dominating so far as their push does come in through towards quad onto that A-bomb site, and it gets completely annihilated, and that's going to hurt. That's some good cash in the bank now for EnVyUs with those SMGs, with the mag kill and all that, so they are going to be starting off well, and this is going to be a pretty hard test for NIP, but...
And they're not even going to upgrade. They're going to keep these SMGs and, like you said, shotguns.
Yeah, I think that's 3 there for Shoxy. That's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this will give them an easy upgrade in the first gun round. They won't have to worry too much about...
It's over 6K. Damn.
He loaded. He balling. Smith's going to fall off mid. Try and get over back in toward the arch side. UMP 45 for him. That smoke delays a little bit more, but watch this Banana aggression. This gives them a little bit more control. The shotgun out, Alu down. No. As this exists, Fiber, I can't even keep up with the obituaries. All of them die at the same time.
Wow.
It's a catastrophe.
All of them survived again. Shox has $12,000 in the bank.
Ridiculous. This is not what NIP need.
Wow.
Because that's even more rounds they're going to have to get into, and
he could just
beat their opponent by like a bloody pulp in order to break this economy.
Could have just dropped like a Scar and an AWP if he wanted and still kept himself on the mag, but going to go to Smiths instead of... and he goes for the quick timing there on middle, but the trade does come alive, so maybe this is what NIP needed. Quick early advantage, pushing forwards now off of that. And Kiyoshima once again patient, trying to allow his teammates to rotate in as he delays. Shoxy just poking out with that mag, doesn't get a quick kill this time though, as Kiyoshima once again defending, using the bomb boxes to his advantage, and will take down an extra one. 2 left. Oh, he gets a double. Oh no, it was NBK at the same time.
Yeah, it was NBK with the shotgun.
That was close though.
And the AK to close it out. So that makes it 4-0 now for EnVyUs. And already the first gun round gone, so Nip goes right back to the pistols. And again, that economy continues to grow because it's still 9,900. And Shoxy just says,
oh my God,
shotgun's working, I'm going to keep it. He's not even going to bother upgrading it again. 6-1 is scoreline with it.
This is one of the hardest things about this map for the CTs as well, is to actually establish economy. EnVyUs have actually eliminated that as an issue already. And Shox, finally, the reign of terror has been stopped here over by the apartments. And Kiyoshima might even have some trouble. That mag might just have some magic in it after all, as it's going to force Kiyoshima back towards pits.
Get Right's coming out, 1 smoke off. This will hold off the arch side, so Smiths has adapted. He's gone back toward the site. Happy's come back over from B to get inside that archway, but they've actually sold this because the bombs at B, if they can win this fight against MBK early enough, they would have had an entry, but unfortunately that's not going to happen, and Exist is taken down to 1 HP. Luckily all 5 NIP players still alive, but no guns to work with, as we mentioned, aside from that shotgun. they picked up from Shoxy, and no map control because Happy's already rotated.
And 2 players now on the B-bomb site. There's a lot of weak guys here for NIP after these early altercations. They're going to charge through the smoke though. Flash comes in at perfect timing there from MBK, and Happy is able to pick up loads of kills. It's not looking too bad at all here for EnVyUs, only losing Shoxy this round, and they have swarmed all over the bomb, and there's no retrieving it for Alu. He's just going to run off with that mag and armor and see what he can get done over on the A side of the map, just keep himself alive for now. Perhaps he can get some cheeky frags if they are to try and go and find him in CT, but I think he can. Kiyoshima can actually hear him. Look, he's just pre-firing it. Alu just doesn't care. He just goes and just runs for it. They are going to be getting loads of money from the
money bonus at this point.
Yeah, they want the AKs anyway, so it's
they'll
fine.
get an op out easy. They've got 52, 60, 59, and I can't get down to the bottom before they already buy out. So they'll toss that op over to Alu. Exist was actually the one to buy it because he was the highest money carrier for NIP. But he's going to have to find a kill right now. He's going to have to shut this economy down for the CT side because this is looking very promising if you're EnVyUs right now in regards that there's not a lot of pressure at all in terms of throwing the momentum back. You've got a few rounds to work with, a few rounds in hand. MBK falls back just in the nick of time inside that smoke. So passive B setup right now. The rest of NIP trying to contest toward Boiler and Apartments. Get Right, Forest, and Alu are the 3 that are there. Just trying to sell this rotation. They pulled Happy. Bomb's down at the top of the T stairs, though, so Exist has to go back for that either way. That gives a little more time for EnVyUs to get a read, because right now if they went in and got this kill on NBK, the B site would be open. But Happy's not all the way at A, I should say. He's still just on the speedway.
And you've got Kiyoshima above the smoke there on the quad roof. They do actually spot him as he does fall away, and Smith will pick up, or rather finish off, the work from Kiyoshima, taking down Get Right, as we have NIP slowly making their way back up Banana. But it feels as if, once again, EnVyUs have more than enough time to prepare for this. Oh, Happy going straight through the smoke, and they are all flashed, but Happy misses every single bullet, and that's a massive entry onto the bomb site here. But in comes Kiyoshima, gets a quick double, and that is going to not only even things up, in fact, do better than that. They're now a man up, but they're going hard in through the smoke again. Forest able to defend, though, and slow things down once again, but just Exists to defend this now at the back of boxes, and he will go down as well. So, wow, what a round there from Kiyoshima and Smiths on the retake.
Huge retake. That's the first time NIP's come in and got the initial entry kills on a site. Looked like they had control, got the plant down. Things looked well. Alu found an op shot, but then the retake was so good again from EnVyUs. They're just quick on their rotations. That time it was quite calculated. It wasn't even efficient play from the B players. It was just strong play from the last
Happy
two
missed
players
everything.
that showed up. Yeah,
that was never happened.
And he was down and out. It wasn't even like he just stayed around and tried to fall back to construction and said, all right, I'll wait for you. They tried to fight it individually, and it was just skill for EnVyUs at the end with the last 2 players to come in. So 6-0 now. Still, though, that money bonus lets ops come out for Alu, but look at the trade. Forced into one and immediately countered back out.
And we'll have to see if they can build off of this now. They get that early little trade, which is definitely very good for them. But are they going to challenge into Smith? They will, and Smith is not going to miss a beat this time. We'll pick up that, but there's the trade. Alu was on the angle, and they want to test B once again. They're going a bit more slow this time, but it is a 3-on-3, and Alu picks up Happy. Big kill there as Get Right waits on the flank. Shoxy must be expecting it, but Get Right with the spray down is going to get the better of him in this instance, as Kiyoshima, once again, they look to him for a big result. And they are going to be so annoying, and just what a nuisance they are, just rotating all the way back. They could have gone for the plant on B really if they wanted to, but it's just one guy left, Kiyoshima, and he is in the B bomb site. So with this kind of a rotation, it actually does become pretty darn impossible for him to do more or less anything in this round. So this dominance here from EnVyUs, though, and this being the first round that NIP have won, is certainly a little bit scary, but NIP are showing no signs so far of breaking in any sense. Still got a lot to play, a lot of rounds to play with, and lots of ways to mix it up.
Kyo's going to grab that op and save it, because their economy sort of stabilized. They started actually losing members, of course, in the last round, down to just the 2 players left. So that means they had to invest into this round quite heavily. So it seems like an odd save, considering how much we talked about the economy building.
Yeah, 2 really important frags there from Alu as well. Taking down Smiths, which allowed them to quickly get into that B site and force the rotation, and then getting another frag kind of in between the smokes to again, fully take the site. And without Alu making those 2 kills with the AWP and those really awkward angles,
yeah,
that does not happen for NIP. That just does not happen.
Doesn't even come close. So right now it's back to default. Smith's over on the arch side. NBK, passive B, no smoke out. He wants to take this initial peek. Okay, he'll late smoke it. He waits just for them to get up further. Or does he? Actually just goes for the flash. I thought for sure he would, and that flash is going to catch them. The second one from his teammate actually lets him come out quite easily, and Freiburg and Exist go down, so great B play there. Now they'll smoke it off because he's down on damage. They've got the man advantage. There's no reason to sit around and try and take a fight that's not deserved.
Yeah, oldest kind of trick in the book there, team play little trick. Just a little flash over from Happy, acting as a pop flash there for his teammate MBK, and the oldie but goldie there is going to take down 2 players and put NIP in a really weird spot because they've gained no map control, and EnVyUs have gone back on an ultra passive setup on both bomb sites because they know that not only do they have enough grenades to stop them if they go for any kind of a push, but they have more than enough men to trade efficiently, so they don't need to go out and find advantages and information. They can let them come to them. And Alu, once again, can he be the man to make the difference here as the AWP does rattle off from Library there in the hands of Smith. Going to see him going for that peek. Wow, what a shot there onto Kiyoshima as he's going to open things up a little bit and just cause a bit of a distraction. And we are seeing Happy rotate a little bit as the push is coming in now, but MBK is going to pull it off and keep the defense going. 15 seconds left now. Things looking very desperate now for NIP. Getroy gets the spray down, can't get the second. Both kills coming in from Happy. 7-1 now.
And it's Happy who now leads in the kill total. 11 for him. Very quick in getting back to sites in the right time. Second time we've seen him come in from a rotate and a retake from that CT position. So NIP shut down. Money bonus reset after that round. Back to pistols, and this is getting further and further out of hand. Because, again, we talk about it. We said it in the last map. It comes down to NIP's T sides. You know, their CT sides are good, but they're not great. And the more rounds they give up, it means the more work they have to do T sides. So starting out T, they need to be almost, I won't say perfect, but damn good, to say the least. They've got to get rounds, and they aren't doing that at all right now. In fact, they're not even finding a lot of openings. This time it's going to be Kiyoshima over onto Graveyard that's going to fire away toward the apartments. He's going to take down Exist, so already a man down. Again, just pistols to work with, but they can't even get up close to take these battles because EnVyUs is just mopping the floor with them right now. And Get Right's down and out as well, 8-1.
Yeah, I really feel like NIP needs to try and, at the very least, reach that 4 mark. I mean, their CT sides are really stable at the moment from the recent matches, and the thing is, the kind of CT sides that they play with, I feel like despite how well EnVyUs do or do not know them, when it comes down to it, you have these default setups that you play with, and NIP, it's hard to beat them on those. And we'll see now if they can get to that 3, 4, 5 mark on the rounds. Has to start with start here really, and they can start breaking the economy of their opponents. And again, the flash coming over. This time MBK won't get 2 kills for free. Or well, for free for the cost of $200 of that flash. But yeah,
$200.50 life points. Didn't matter. Map control gained and dominance in the round.
Indeed.
No smokes this time. Okay, there it is late, but it's too late because Alu actually finds them. So there's your opening kill. Now, NIP need to build off this. They haven't pulled a rotator just yet. Happy's playing passive in CT, and he's called that no one else has come through that smoke. So Smiths hasn't left, and that means he's still partnered with Keo on the arch side.
I like how they're mixing this up now, going for the A play, but Smith is ready on the angle, and there's actually a second player on arch side, and they are going to isolate them, smoke them off. They have to rotate around. Shoxy just self-pop flashing himself in apartments. He knows that's clear now, so he can move his attention towards quad. But once again, NIP re-divert their push back into the B bomb site, hoping there was a rotation. Indeed, there was. This time, Happy will get at least 1 kill. But what else is in store here for the Ninjas in Pyjamas as Happy tries to push further through construction?
He comes around the backside, so Forrest drops as a result of it. Good play by him, changing his angle because he got smoked off. And there it is, coming in from behind. Shox is going to get the last one. Bomb plant for NIP this time, but it doesn't even matter at this point. You need rounds, not plants, not money. You just need numbers on the scoreboard. And with 9 against you and only 1 for you, this is a lot different than the game we might expect. The rivalry we're starting to see between these two teams, and I guess you could argue the rivalry that goes all the way back to the very games days between these two.
Yeah, I mean, NIP definitely... I mean, at least that $800 bonus is going to allow them to get the bigger buy on the following round, because they would have had to have bought after this this save regardless. And you can see a few Tech-9s in play. They're trying to get the economy weakened a little bit so they can get some free ones if they are going to win that buy round. But NBK on the other side of this smoke going to be laying down the spray, and they know it's coming. He still is holding the angle as Happy is falling back behind the smoke, going to flash himself in. This might just work. He's going past all the players as they're blind, goes around the back, picks up two fast ones. Happy with a triple, and it's just Get Right remaining, picks up the M4. But all of EnVyUs are now on that B bomb site.
Get Right's the last one left. We've seen him clutch from these positions before. Or I shouldn't say positions, situations, because the position was pretty awful considering they all knew where he was. So now it's double digits for Team EnVyUs and only one for the Ninjas. Hop up for Smiths, as always. Usually go for the op on Alu. Okay, so they got it out this time. Head armor, but no nades for him, and they're going to try and play this off. I'm curious to see if he goes back toward that B pick, because he's had more success there. He hasn't really found the A picks at all.
Yeah, it's been really hard for them. We haven't actually seen a lot of challenge. I think there's been one versus one there on against Smith, and that's in the way of, well, hold that for. Alu's actually going in here. There's a man in bedroom. Oh no, we got a guy on either side. He's actually wise to it. Oh, Shoxy picks up both. That's massive there for EnVyUs right at the start of the round. Oh, this is looking really troublesome here for NIP. They will manage to take down Shoxy in the end, but 4 versus 3 now.
BK passive at B this time. Tries to wait and see what Nip is going to do, but the bomb's up at the top of middle. It's Exist that holds on to it. His two teammates along his side. But no smokes out. Smith's, oh, I thought it was going to be so easy. I thought that was an easy angled shot for him. So Freiberg pre-firing and knowing exactly the angle he needs to take. Gets the kill, brings it back to 3-on-3. The question is, how much do they want to rotate off this? NBK's fallen back at least to the CT connector, but he hasn't left the B site. That's crucial. But you're never going to win that battle, Forrest, if you come out like that. Keo's got the kill. It's actually from the pit. Happy's found Freiberg. And it leaves just Exist with the bomb. He'll Molotov it off. That changes it a bit. Now he's got a chance to come out, but coming out of this door when you've got a player inside pit is not at all an angle worth trying to hold. And Keo just pre-fires and spams away through the smoke. And there will be no answer from NIP.
Yeah, utter domination at the moment. This is really, really worrying here for NIP that could very well get beaten here by EnVyUs in the second map. And in such a dominant fashion is completely the opposite of what we have seen from NIP in all the rest of the tournament. It is such a spectacle to behold, and we're going to see a faster pace potentially here from NIP as they make their way up middle. They have had enough of this, and Smith is going to spot that, falls back onto the angle, already there with the first flick, gets the second shot. This guy beaming with confidence as they come in onto his position, already with 2 kills. That's more than enough, but Kiyoshima is going to get one as well. As Alu is on 6 health now, but Shoxy defends the pit position, so key on these A-site takes. And they are wrapped around Alu, and they will constrict and take him out in the end. And NIP still looking for answers, looking for solutions. They can't find it in their fast rounds. They can't find it in their pick rounds. And every time they try to take it slower, EnVyUs come at them hard.
Dejected and disappointed NIP. Get Right unsure of what solutions the team need. Again, the rounds are quite quick once the action goes down, similar to what we saw on Cash in that NIP aren't playing this extended round timer where we see their roles really take over. You get your entries, you rely on people like Get Right. We do see the auto sniper for Smiths. He's not even going to go for the op this time. Freiberg's creeping up ever so deep in Banana, but again, there's that pop flash from the team. They're going to go for the second one here as Happy tries to re-peek onto Exist. He'll throw out them both and then the fire to hold them back even further, and look at the support play. He's got a second player at cart. That's NBK, and they're holding B just magically at this point. As Forrest now tries to come out from Boiler. Back over to A for NIP as a result of all the success that EnVyUs had against them on B. And they'll smoke off Get Right. It's so, they haven't found a way out of apartment, yet they keep trying to do it without anyone coming up mid. This time, they're going to fall off of it because there's nowhere they can go with that position. You've got to get the player in pit at least distracted, smoked off, or busy, because you're not going to walk out and take that one-on-one. Get Right will take the one-on-one with Happy, though. That gives them a bit of room.
Yeah, this is going to have to be quite something now from Get Right. At least NBK is quite low, but that is going to slow him down somewhat. And they're pretty much committed at this point. Now that they're at the top of Banana with 30 seconds left, and we have 2 players on either side. And in fact, one is actually already going for the flank. And actually, that's a fast take. Alu with 2 massive kills. But again, the flank is coming. And Get Right is on 3 HP. He's in construction now. So that's a good position for him. And Alu by first oranges. There's the challenge. Shoxy will pick it up. And Get Right on 3 HP versus 2 fully health players. The defuse is coming in. kioShiMa going for the angle. Get Right finds his head, though. He's still alive, causing problems here for Shoxy. As the nade comes out.
It doesn't even matter that. Okay, now it does. If he's going to take the peek, it does. I was about to say it doesn't matter. He's only got 3 HP because all he has to do is wait for this defuse. But Shox gets it, catches off Get Right just with that off angle, and now it's 13-1 for Team EnVyUs. This is looking like it might be done in 2 maps quite quickly.
I have to say, I never want to count out any NIP, especially on an Inferno when they're going into a CT side. Even if it's 14-1, it feels hard to do that. I've been burned before when I've tried to do that. So
I got burned by Flipside on a Mirage game when they were down.
You can never count them out, man.
Yeah, with 3 rounds CT. It happens to the best of us, DDK.
Absolutely. And
just ask Thorin, he gets burned all the time in his predictions.
Oh my god, Thorin burns me a lot. That guy is on fire. Either way, if happy on the angle here. He's got an AWP this time, so mixing up a little bit on the defensive setups for EnVyUs, keeping NIP guessing. They have been finding some success with Alu picking into this angle against riflers. So now Happy having the AWP on the angle gives it more of an even chance for EnVyUs to get the better of that exchange and stop a push and take down the AWPer. But this time, there is no AWP in the hands of Alu. He is holding onto an AK, and the push is slowly moving its way into the A side of the map. And Happy is going to peek now, see nothing on Banana, but it might be too late. In comes NIP.
And in they come indeed. The smokes are actually off on Shox this time. That takes away his vision entirely in that flash. Now they can get out of apartment, and they're going to do it. Shox has no vision at all. He can't move. As Get Right finally takes down Smith, but they haven't dealt with Shox. They've only limited him and isolated him. Finally, he goes down to Alu, and they will get this bomb plant. So 3-on-3 post plant. And NBK and co trying to come back around. From the A side, or probably from the B side, 2 in front library right now. I love Forrest's position inside Graveyard. He doesn't even have to peek, but he will set up this crossfire as Alu does a little bit of damage. And nades out as well. MBK's found Forrest though, so now it's down to... Oh, Envy is turning it around. How does this happen? Exists inside the site. He's done it before against Fnatic from this position, but he's got no ammo left inside the magazine. Do they have time for this defuse? I think they do. He's got a kit. It's going to go this way. 14-1 halftime. EnVyUs, an absolute trouncing over NIP, who did this in return to VP yesterday. So this tournament is throwing up some interesting results, to say the least. I
think VP are taking some notes on this one in the way EnVyUs are getting the better of NIP in these exchanges, because it is so dominant. And, well, we'll have to see if NIP can win that pistol and get their CT side going, because if they do get the money, because actually this is part of the thing for EnVyUs. They had so much money. Shoxy had $12,000 by like the 3rd round. That's ridiculous. Then this is usually the struggle, and the way that the Ts get rounds is by constantly keeping the money low for the CTs.
And then as soon as you get 1 round, as long as you don't get blocked out on the next one and reset your money bonus, if you can get 2 even early, that resets everything, and then it's just back and forth from that point on. They never had that opportunity.
And now we're into the pistol, so it starts here, Salikis. This is the beginning or the end of NIP in this match, as we do have the slow movement of EnVyUs up middle. There's 3 players, 4 in fact actually for NIP. The 2 will get isolated, but perhaps they can still pull this off. EnVyUs marching through, just training straight onto the A bomb site. Alu gets eliminated as well. Is there any stopping this lineup of EnVyUs at the moment? There is no answer.
Yeah, Nip definitely don't have the answer, that's for sure. Get Right will get happy, at least through that smoke top middle, as it slowly faded away. They've still got a bomb down for EnVyUs and 3 players up to deal with. As Freiburg tries to start the job, he comes around from the front of the library, takes a shot into kioShiMa. He's going to fall back into the site though, and domed up all the way from the pit, but it's Smith's to go down. Now it's 2-on-2. Time is still ticking. They've got to make this play, and they're not going to do it. So with a pistol round now, and 14 match points, I'm afraid, DDK, you said it starts here. I'm not sure it does. I think the buck stops here, and Nip might have just found themselves in a date with TSM tomorrow morning.
And unfortunately, on the CT side, you can't buy Tech 9s in this situation. You get 5.7s instead. But we'll have to see what they can pull off with them. And we've got even a smoke there on Freiburg. Get Right and just able to forward a couple of nades of their own. Alu just pushing through. They're not They don't want to not show any fear, and he's going to pick up a quick frag, maybe even a weapon, but he doesn't want to chew off more than he can handle at once, and will fall back. There's 2 Tech-9s in the hands of EnVyUs, so that if they do go down, there's not much to be gained from it, and they can use those Tech-9 players as front runners through smokes. But Alu still lurking.
That's the peculiar thing, is that they actually didn't buy that much into it. You'd think they'd try and just go for all the rifles possible. They've got so many rounds to build up an economy. Even if they lose it, they might as well take it with force. But that's what Happy's going to do regardless with this Tech-9. 2 kills for him. Kiyoshima in to get right. And as Freiburg drops, it's all on Alu. And the series, the match, the best of 3 on the line. Alu, though, he might have an answer for it. 2 headshots with him, and he's still not done, but Smith says he is. It's 16-1. What a performance from the French side against the Swedes. And they now advance directly into the upper bracket final, the grand final, excuse me.
Absolutely.
The upper bracket final, the grand final tomorrow, where it's either TSM or NIP. We'll have to play off in the morning, try and fight their way into that match.
Now that was